Do you think it's ever necessary to vaccinate cattle or cows?
No.
Can you tell me why?
That's the shortest answer you'll ever get. So we believe the way God set this up, the default position is wellness. And if you don't have wellness, then we have messed something up. So when we have something that's sick, our first reaction is not, no, those nefarious disease fairies sprinkled some woba dust, on our farm and made something sick. No, the first thing we do is say, well, what did we do to mess it up? What did we do to overcome the immune system? Now, there's a lot of ways to overcome an immune system. You can do it because things are dirty, sanitation. You can do it nutrient deficiency, inadequate diet, stress. You can have animals too crowded or too uncomfortable, too hot, too cold, whatever. You can do it genetically. We've been picking the wrong genetic line. We've got a weak genetic line here, and this is nature showing us this is not adapted to our area. You need to change your genetic selection. So there's a lot of ways to break down the immunological functionality of something. And so we view sickness and disease as nature speaking to us, trying to educate us about our own management and protocol weaknesses so that over time we develop a more robust system. In other words, sickness, a cow getting sick, is not because our cows are pharmaceutically disadvantaged. That's not the primary reason she got sick. She got sick for a host of other reasons. And so the problem with vaccinations is that the vaccinations, let's assume that they work, and I'm not going to say that they don't work at all. Let's assume that they work. What they do is they create a pre-spoken crutch that then we can never find out if our protocol, genetics, habitat, management is weak. Suddenly, nature can't teach us. We can't learn from nature anymore because everybody has a crutch. How do we know who has a broken leg when we give everybody a crutch? But when you start knocking the crutches out and saying, okay, cow, you have to stand on your 4 feet here, then we start seeing who's weak and who's strong, and then we can truly implement changes in our management, our protocols, our genetic selection, all those things. We can change our system so that it becomes a more animal-friendly, robust, vibrant system because nature can speak to us. It's not being muzzled or, we're not putting a gag on nature's language to us by giving everybody a vaccine.